3 Atlas, the visitor that should not exist across the world's observatories. A quiet panic has taken hold. In control rooms from California to Chile, from Hawaii to the high Arctic, data streams pour in, and none of it makes sense. A single discovery has shattered the comfortable order of modern astronomy. NASA, after weeks of silence, has quietly confirmed something extraordinary. The object now hurtling through our solar system, catalogued as 3 Atlas, may not be a comet at all. At first glance, it looked familiar: a long, glowing tail, a misty coma, the gentle curve of a celestial traveler reflecting sunlight. But the light it emits is wrong. Too steady. Too structured. Too engineered. When researchers analyzed its spectrum, they found signatures that didn't match vaporized ice or dust. Instead, the glow appeared to pulse, a rhythm far too precise for a natural object. Plasma models failed. Thermal equations broke down. Something within that glow behaved like a controlled reaction, like propulsion. If true, this would mean the impossible. That 3 Atlas is moving not by chance, but by design. A giant among wanderers in terms of sheer scale, nothing like it has ever entered our skies. Astronomers estimate its size between 6 and 9 miles across, the width of a modern city. Imagine a body larger than Mount Everest, gliding silently through the black. Its velocity defies comparison. Traveling over 130,000 miles per hour, it could cross the United States in less than a minute. No human spacecraft, not even the fastest solar probe, could dream of catching it. Its momentum is so great that even the sun's gravity cannot ensnare it. This alone makes 3 Atlas something extraordinary. Most comets that visit our solar system are loosely bound snowballs, fragile, short-lived. But this? This is something built to last the ages. A traveler from the deep interstellar void, a region colder, darker, and older than anything we've explored. Within a single day of its detection, the astronomical community realized the unthinkable. 3 Atlas did not come from here. Its trajectory, when traced backward, pointed to no known star system nearby. It came from between the stars, from the infinite gulf beyond. A comparison that changes everything for decades. Oumuamua was the great mystery, the first confirmed interstellar object ever observed, back in 2017. At just a few hundred feet long, it was shaped like a needle and reflected light like polished metal. It was small, strange, and fast, but nothing compared to this. Against 3 Atlas, Oumuamua is a pebble beside a skyscraper. And that comparison alone forces a frightening question. How could something so vast survive the brutal collisions and radiation of deep space for possibly millions of years? Natural fragments ejected from star systems are usually small, shattered remnants of comets or asteroids. But an object 9 miles wide? That's the size of a manufactured arc, not debris. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, known for his investigations into cosmic anomalies, has reviewed the data and offered a theory that has divided the scientific world. He suggests that 3 Atlas may not be a natural object at all. It could be an interstellar probe, a machine crafted by an intelligent civilization, sent from a distant world to explore, observe, and maybe even to wait. If his assessment holds true, then humanity may be witnessing contact, not through messages or signals, but through presence. A visitor built in another star system, traveling silently through the galaxy for thousands of years, now entering our own cosmic doorstep. And with that realization comes a chilling question. If it's a probe, what is its purpose? A course too perfect as more data came in, something else emerged, something even harder to dismiss. 3 Atlas isn't wandering aimlessly. Its route through the solar system is disturbingly precise. It cuts past Mars, swings by Earth, then curves toward Venus and Jupiter, in a pattern that looks like a planned trajectory, not a random path of gravitational capture. To engineers, it reads like a mission map. Each encounter with a planet offers a gravitational assist, a technique used by human spacecraft to gain speed and efficiency. But this wasn't designed by us. Even more unsettling, during its closest approach to Earth, 3 Atlas will pass behind the Sun. For several days, our best telescopes will be blind to it. Then, just as suddenly, it will emerge again on the other side, as though performing a deliberate reconnaissance maneuver. Coincidence? Perhaps. But to those who study orbital dynamics, it looks far too intentional. Far too aware. The dark possibilities. A handful of researchers have gone further still. They believe 3 Atlas might slow down once it completes its solar loop. If it carries hidden propulsion, even something as subtle as directed plasma jets, it could deliberately decelerate and settle into a stable orbit around Jupiter. From there, it could remain undetected for centuries, silently observing the inner planets, watching us. If this theory holds, the probe could have arrived long before the first human civilizations arose. Long before the pyramids, before writing, before history itself. It would mean that we have never truly been alone, only unaware. The dark forest. This theory resurrects an unsettling idea from modern astrophilosophy, the dark forest hypothesis. In it, the universe is imagined as a vast, silent forest. Every civilization is a hunter, armed and afraid. To make a sound, to reveal your location, is to invite destruction. The safest strategy is silence. But humanity has done the opposite. For over a century, we have filled the night with our presence, radar pings, television signals, radio chatter, and now broadband communication beaming into the stars. Our cosmic neighborhood is filled with our signature, evidence of our existence. If 3 Atlas is indeed a probe, then perhaps it's not coincidence that it arrived now. Perhaps our signals reached something out there. And now, something ancient or advanced has come to look back. Skepticism in science. Not everyone agrees with the alien interpretation. Many astronomers urge restraint, reminding the world that extraordinary claims demand extraordinary proof. High-resolution imaging reveals a faint, gaseous tail consistent with sublimating ice. The kind of halo we expect when sunlight heats frozen material. Its brightness fits the model of reflected sunlight from ice crystals, not metallic plating. To skeptics, 3 Atlas is simply a super comet, massive, rare, but natural. They warn against letting fear and imagination twist observation into mythology. After all, comets have always carried mystery, once feared as omens, now studied as frozen archives of the early universe. Still, uncertainty itself can be dangerous. The response behind closed doors, governments have begun contingency planning. Classified briefings discuss the possibility of course changes, energy signatures, or unexpected deceleration. Defense agencies wonder whether such an object could represent risk, not through impact but through intent. Space agencies, meanwhile, see something else: opportunity. A chance to reach, intercept, and study an object born beyond the sun's reach. Projects once considered theoretical have been revived. Project Lyra, first proposed to chase Oumuamua, is now being redesigned to pursue interstellar visitors at record speeds using gravitational assists from planets. The European Space Agency's Comet interceptor, scheduled for launch in 2029, will lie in wait, poised to ambush the next unknown traveler entering the solar system. These missions are more than exploration, they are preparation. A quiet acknowledgement that humanity might not want to be unprepared again. The watchers and the watched, and so, the debate continues. Is 3 Atlas a natural wonder, a frozen relic from another star system, or a messenger from somewhere else? The truth remains out of reach, hidden within the cold silence of space. But one fact is undeniable. 3 Atlas has changed us. It has forced humanity to confront a question older than civilization itself, the question of whether we are alone. If this object is a comet, then it is a miracle of nature, a window into the materials that shaped alien suns and worlds. But if it is not, if it is something more, then our place in the universe is not what we thought. Because in that case, we are no longer the observers. We are the observed. And perhaps, we have been under watch since the dawn of time.